Hello everyone, welcome to codebook.in. Hope you are doing well. This is Fazal Ur Rahman here. Today I brought you a project on machine learning domain in cybersecurity. Nowadays QR codes are being used in every industry. Everyone is using QR codes, especially we will use QR codes for payment purposes and we use it for accessing any website or we use it to get some details about any organization or about any product and this may leads to the vulnerabilities as well as some ransomware or malware can be distributed through these QR codes. Nowadays, we are receiving some SMSs in which promotional SMSs in which they are promoting their business and somewhat SMSs we are receiving in which we will have the URLs and we need to analyze that URLs before clicking it. If we click on that URLs, might be there is a possibility we may end up with some other results like they can they can hack our total mobile device, isn't it? We have seen so many cases have been happened, so many scams have been happened through the URLs only. So, which URL is safe to use and which URL is having spam or malicious data that needs to be analyzed. So in this project, we are going to do that. We are going to develop a model. We are applying some machine learning models here. We are going to train our model with thousands of malicious URLs such that our model will be trained in such a way that it should analyze the URL before accessing it, whether it is uh, malicious or safe. So this is the project. Let's get started with the project explanation and execution. This is the landing page of our application. You can see here. And to develop this application, we have used some technologies and programming languages. Let me tell you, for front-end development, we have used HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, along with Bootstrap. For backend programming, we are using Python along with the Django framework. And for database, we are using MySQL here. Now this is the landing page. There are two different types of users are there in this project. Let us go to admin first and see what's happening in administrator. I will log in with admin credentials here. And the login is successful. This is the dashboard kind of user interface we have created for administrator where we can see some information like how many number of users have been registered, how many data set have been uploaded. Let's go to user management, pending users. We don't have any pending users right now. We have not registered yet. All users, no data is there. Now under data management, we are having here add data file. Let's go to this and upload our data set and do the processing. Okay, data pre-processing, and we will apply our machine learning models on our data set. Let's start with uploading the data set. I'll click on the choose file button. In my project folder, there is a folder with the name dataset. Okay. And in this, I'm having two files here. 10,000 records of the data set is there and 1,000 records data set is there. For faster performance, I will upload this file because if I upload this, it may take some time. Let's upload this and let me show you this file as well. Actual file, let us open this. And this is our data set. Where you can see here the label and the URL. These are all the URLs. Label is bad and good. Basically, it's a binary classification. And how many records are there? You can see here 10,000 records are there. 10,000 data points. Let's close this and upload this 1K file. Upload. May take some time. Once it's done, we can execute the algorithms. Now it's done. You can see the data set is viewed here. At the time of viewing, you can see all the 1,000 records are visible. Okay, now let's apply our algorithms. First of all, these are all 4 algorithms we are going to apply on our data set. First, let's apply for SVM, support vector machine, and see the accuracy what we'll get. We are getting here 90% of accuracy. Okay, precision is 89%, recall is 89, F1 score is also 89. So a very good accuracy we are getting with SVM algorithm. Let's go back and execute another algorithm. which is nothing but logistic regression, and 88% we got the logistic regression. Okay, let's go back and execute the third algorithm, k nearest neighbor, and 86% very less. And finally, execute the random forest algorithm to check what accuracy it will provide us, 87%. So out of all four, we have seen that SVM support vector machine is providing 90% of accuracy. So this model, SVM model, we are going to deploy at user side for predicting the malicious URL. Let's analyze the graph also. This is the accuracy comparison graph where we are having here SVM algorithm 90%, logistic regression 88%, and k nearest neighbor 86, finally random forest 87%. Now let's go to user side and try to perform our URL scanning. I'll go to user and we'll register a new user here. We have the profile picture. Registration completed successfully, and I need to provide the OTP here. I have received the OTP in my mobile device. We are using here SMS API, so you need to provide the valid OTP, valid mobile number. Don't provide dummy mobile numbers, otherwise you will not receive the OTP. So let me provide the OTP which I have received, 5985. Submit. OTP verification successful. Now you can continue to log in. Okay. Your status is pending. Account is pending. So administrator will authorize this user account. As we know it very well, let's go to administrator. And under user management, there is an option here, pending users. We can see this user OTP status is verified, but the account status is pending. Let's accept this user account. Now, if we go to all users, we can see here the user account status is accepted. And if we want, if administrator wants, it can delete the account completely. Let's try to log in now. Login successful. This is a dashboard kind of user interface we have created, where number of times, how many times I have logged in, last login time, date, number of images, how many are uploaded, like this. Now let's go to our main part, URL. This is the profile picture, profile page where our profile is displayed. If you want, we can change any information, like I'll change the age here, update profile, and the profile is updated. Now let's go to our main prediction part, URL prediction. Here we need to enter the URL. So from the data set, let's provide the URL randomly. Let me open the data set for you. Under my project folder, dataset folder, and we can open any file for testing purpose. Now let's scroll down below and let's say this one. It's a bad URL, so let's copy this and test in our application whether it is malicious or not. Our model SVM is predicting it's a malicious URL. Okay, the URL is this and it is malicious. If you want, you can scan this QR code to check whether it is malicious or not. Let me do it in my mobile phone. And yeah, it says here URL is also displayed as well as the result is malicious URL. So here we can scan this QR code in order to verify the authenticity of this URL, whether it is malicious or not. Similarly, let's go to URL and try to provide other URL which is good. Here it is. Let's provide this and submit. Now you can see safe URL. It doesn't contain any kind of malicious data. Safe URL. If you scan this QR code, it will have two values. One is the URL itself, and another one is the result itself. So this is the safe URL. So with this, we are saying that before clicking on any URLs, before using any URLs in our system or mobile devices, any devices on internet, we can do some processing here using machine learning. We can check whether it is genuine or malicious, whether it's safe or not. So this was the project. Hope you have understood it very clearly. Now let me proceed with the coding explanation for you. For coding explanation, let's open the project folder in any editor. I'll open it in Visual Studio Code. This is my project folder, and I'll go to the address bar, remove everything, and type here CMD, press enter, such that the command prompt will open in the current project folder. And now I can simply say here code space dot. This will open the Visual Studio Code, and automatically this project folder will be open in that. Make sure that you have installed the Visual Studio in your system. So this was my project folder here. This is my project folder. You can see here under Explorer window. Let me show you where is the code we have written for connecting to the database connection part. And in this, you can see there is a folder with the name URLs project. Open that, and there is a file here, settings.py file. If you open that file, you will notice that there is a dictionary defined here with the name databases. In this dictionary, only all the information about our database is available. Like what database engine we are using. We are using MySQL here, and the name of the database is malicious underscore URL, and it is hosted in this local system, local IP address we are giving. The username to connect to MySQL server is root, password is nothing, port number is 3306, and option strict is this one. So this is the information. We can say this is a connection string, in fact, to connect to MySQL server. Next, where is the front-end code? Front-end code will be available in assets folder. If you go to assets folder, you will find here there is a folder with the name templates, and in that you will find three folders are there. Open any folder, you will find the HTML files related to that folder. Like main folder consists of the HTML files in general, and the admin related HTML files will be there in admin folder. Similarly, we will have user related HTML files in user folder. You can open any HTML file, and if you are very good at HTML, you can edit this, modify this, and do any changes, necessary changes. But if you are not aware of HTML, don't do anything here. Okay, this was about the HTML and front-end part. Now the back-end part. In Django framework, we know it very well. There is a concept of project and apps. A single project can have multiple apps. Here in our project, URL project, we are having three different apps. One app you can see here, admin app is there, main app is there, and user app is there. If you open any of the app, you will find same files will be there. Main app is also having same files. User app is also having same files. And similarly, admin app will also have the same files. But the coding will be different. Why it's like that is nothing but in Django framework, it is every app must have its own isolation space. So now the major coding will be available. The backend code will be available in views.py file. If you open views.py file, you will notice that here we are having the Python code related to user app only, user module only. Here we are using the libraries, whatever required. And these are all the functions. For every action, there will be a function in views.py file. User index function is there. Next, user my profile function is there. And for QR code, we are importing the library. Remember that this project is totally on machine learning, and for data pre-processing, we are using NLTK here. WordNet lematizer we are calling. And this is the function for that pre-processing of our text. Okay, URL text. Next, user URL. User will provide the URL here. Loading the vectorizer and the model. Okay, and if we scroll down here, generating the QR code. And yeah, user scan function is there. Next, we are having, I cannot explain you one line by line code. Try to understand. If you're very good at Python, you can understand this code very well. And I'm here to show you what functions we have defined. Next, if we go to main app and views.py file, you will notice that here also we have written some code. This is the code for OTP. Okay, SMS will be sent here, SMS API we are using. And next, main index function is there for redirecting the main page, about page function, admin login page where username is admin, password is admin, then only successful login. Otherwise, it will say invalid credentials. User login function has been defined here. It will check whether the OTP is verified or not, or else it will say your status is in pending. Verify OTP. Main user registration function is there here for registration purpose, and OTP validation function is there here. This was the complete project explanation and execution. Hope you have understood it very clearly. With this, I conclude the project explanation. Hope you have understood the part, what is the concept of our project. It's a very interesting and very important concept nowadays. So if you have any doubts, get back to me. My number has been given, okay, in the video. You can ping me on WhatsApp as well directly. With this, I conclude the project execution and explanation. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye for now.